With so many races to track, political reporter Will Keneally and our political analyst Brandon Schultz will also offer insight into how much today can impact the future of our state. Will?
Well, that's right, Eric. So much to talk about, but I want to first turn to our political analyst, Brandon Schultz here. We were talking a little bit off air about this idea of the early vote and kind of what these turnout numbers look like. And I do want to let our viewers know at home, we just got some numbers from WisPolitics.com showing turnout in Washington County. That's one of those Milwaukee suburbs that is key for conservatives in this race. The county clerk there is expecting that turnout might hit 70% today. Brandon, what would that mean for this race?
Well, if you're in the Schimmel campaign, and they have said we need to see a really, really strong turnout way above 23, but certainly incorporating some of the turnout numbers we've seen in 24. So the Schimmel campaign at one point said we need 60% of the MAGA voters, the Trump voters, to win this election. Well, if you kind of do the math on what turned out in 23, you're going to have to add 200,000 or 300,000 voters statewide. In some places like Washington County, that may only be 10,000 voters. But that's important because Washington County, Ozaukee, and Waukesha are the WOW counties that we call them. Those are Republican counties that turn out a lot of votes to counter maybe what happens here in Dane County. Around the rest of the state, we're going to look tonight at the Bow counties, at Brown, Outagamie, and Winnebago. And that's important because those two are Republican turnout counties. Even more significant, Musk was there on Sunday, so did that have an effect? And then finally, overall around the rest of the state, we're going to look to see if that early voting indication was a sign that turnout overall today was a result of that. Were those people who voted early already voted, knew who they going to vote? Are they new voters, or are they already there? If they're new voters, we're going to see some increased turnout in the state. When
we talk about those Trump loyalists, kind of that MAGA cohort there, is there an area in the state where that's concentrated? Do you think of the WOW counties maybe as that traditional Republican heartland?
Well, we know it's not Dane and Milwaukee, so we can write those off. And so, yep. Yes, you look at the WOW counties, Waukesha, Ozaukee, and Washington, and we see some evidence of increased turnout in Washington, both early voting and voting today. But we're going to look, in, like I said, up and down the Fox Valley, and we're going to look at the top of the state, up here. We know that there was really an improvement in early voting. But we also want to take a look at some Democrat places. Are they performing in La Crosse, in the western part of the state? All these chess pieces kind of go to, where do they end up by midnight tonight?
Well, a lot to watch out for. We've already got the hand map going there. Brandon Schultz will be with you throughout the night. Thanks so much.